Pirate chain, and probably the first thing comes to your mind is Jack Sparrow, but it's not his coin. Actually, Pirate is a coin that is strongly focused on truly private, decentralized blockchain. Okay, simply said, the developers believe that privacy and security is number one thing. You can have a look at pirate.black website, which is actually very simple. You can see what are the wallets you can use to secure your coins, as well what are the exchanges, the developments, the different projects they have blogged, the social, and actually they have a pretty decent social presence with 4,000 pirates on Reddit. But if you check out their Twitter page, you will see that they have over 30,000 followers already, which is not a lot, but it's pretty decent for a coin that sits at number 97 in the rank according to the market cap. And in today's video I'll be focusing on a realistic price prediction based on what we have seen so far in 2021. Hello everyone, it's Petko Alexandrov and I'm super excited to welcome you to our trading channel. In today's video I'll be sharing with you what is the realistic price prediction for Pirate Chain as a cryptocurrency with obviously a very attractive name, and you will be surprised how many coins actually succeed from scratch because of their names. Many people are investing in altcoins just because of an attractive name. They don't look at the website, at the technology, at the idea at all. What is the team, who has developed it, what are the plans and the projects. They care all about the name, so they want to have a pirate chain because they like Jack Sparrow and they always wanted to be pirates, right? I'm joking, of course, but it's a fact that people like attractive names. Alright, so now I am on TradingView.com and I will switch to the daily chart, and for the beginners this means that each candlestick or each bar will represent one day. And with very simple words, when we have a green day, this means the day was positive for the coin. When we have a red day, just like what we have today, it means the market is negative. Now, why I have switched to a daily chart is not just to explain what the candlesticks are, but because I want to put an important support level that we have with the coin, which sits somewhere at 568. You can see that this level was a resistance one time here, so the buyers had hard times going through. Then it was a support one day, a second day, a third day. The buyers now are stronger below that level. They don't allow the price to go lower. And now you can see how many days we have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Today is the 7th day where the price have hard times breaking the level. And I have put it a little bit randomly. So I'll go back to the hourly chart and I want to place exactly the level. So the more touches the line has, the more significant it is. Alright, so we can see somewhere here at exactly 556, or let me make it a little bit more roundish because probably you know that the round numbers always matter, so I'll do it just at 550 and I will click on OK, and here it is. So that level is a strong support, which might give me a potential buying opportunity. Alright, so first I want to share with you where I'll be comfortable buying it, and then I will share with you what are the realistic price prediction targets that we can have to take the profits. Alright, so we have that level below, and on the top I can actually draw a trend line connecting the highs, and I will try to do it precisely. Here it is. So you see that since 23rd of April, when we had the record high, which was at $13.71. The price is locked between that level and the levels of $5 and something. Now, the recent days, after the Bitcoin lost a lot of its value, the market's been very negative after Elon Musk speculating on Twitter and causing a lot of panic, honestly. But as I already shared in some of my videos, take it easy, don't panic. The market always recovers, and I will just copy paste another line and I will put it below and I will draw it just right here. Okay, so you can see that we have kind of a channel as well, and I'm expecting a drop somewhere down to the $4 even, so I won't be surprised to see the price breaking the support level, which we said it's important, but you can see that it already broke that level a few times, and then I'll be happy to see a break higher. Alright, so with the years, simply said, I learned to buy the dips and sell the highs, which means that I want to buy when the price is super cheap and sell it when it's expensive, so I can make some profit, right? Now, why I'm drawing these support levels, which are important, and that parallel line of the trend line that we have from the top, is because I want to see potentially where the price might stop and then bounce back. Now, when I'm purchasing on the dips, I don't wait just the price to drop, because let's go back a little bit earlier this month and you will see that at that moment the price was just dropping, right? And if you're buying here, the price might drop further. If you're buying here, then the price might drop further. So what you need to look for are reversal signals in the short term, or in other words, you want to see where the price might change its direction. So the first basic signal could be a support level like the one we have at 5.5 or at $5.50. At that, I have this parallel line which starts from right over here going through this recent low, and if the price bounces one more time out of it, I could be buying it below the $5. But what I want to show you actually here is not a hypothetical price movement, because I don't know how the price will move, but what is the line that I'm drawing in order to find the best entry moment. These are so-called trend lines or aggressive trend lines, or others call them counter trend lines. So if the major trend is upwards, we are drawing against the trend, and I had such a line over here. Okay, this is what I was looking at on the 21st of May, but it was my father's birthday. But at that day, I was looking at buying opportunity right over here, and right after I saw the price bouncing again from the 550, or actually from the 5, I wanted to see an impulsive break, but what happened is that the price just went sideways. Okay, there was a small break over here, and I was placing a pending order above 750, okay, right over here, because I wanted to see the bounce of the support, the break, and then I wanted to see this recent high broken. And it didn't happen, okay? There was the break, but then the price continued lower, which means that this counter trend line doesn't play a role anymore. And I had to change it, so I moved it right over here. Now what happened then, the price has formed another lower low, which obviously I didn't like, because this low over here was very near to the previous one, which was potential double bottom, and the price didn't continue higher, it went actually even lower. And there was an impulsive hour, this one over here, and the price broke the counter trend line. After the impulsive movement, nothing really happened here as a volatility, so I just decided to wait a little bit longer. The price went upward, and today is dropping again, so what I have to do now is to move it again. Okay, so guys, I'm using this counter trend line one more time. I will show you from where it starts, from the recent top that we have, and I'm looking for an impulsive break. First of all, I'm looking for a bounce of an important support, and then I want to see an impulsive break. But what's most important here, I want to see a higher low than the previous one. okay? Which means that the buyers are getting stronger, and this is still not a low, right? The price can continue lower, and then if it forms a higher low and it breaks the counter trend line impulsively, I'll be happy buying it, okay? But when the price forms a lower low than the previous one, it's a downtrend on the hourly chart. All right, if I'm looking at this way, it's a downtrend. Very clearly, Dow theory that says a downtrend is formed by series of lower highs and lower lows. And just to summarize it, in order to buy the dip, I want to see at least 3 signals, and in this case I'm looking for a bounce of the support 550 or this parallel trend line that might stop the price at about $4. Then I want to see a higher low than the previous one, and I want to see an impulsive break of the counter trend line. And probably you want to see some example. I will show you a very nice example that unfortunately I missed. It's that one over here, okay? It's a counter trend line again. You can see very clearly that the price bounced of the support level. I had a higher low than the previous one right over here, and then I have an impulsive break. This is an impulsive break, okay? This hour is an impulsive break. So I had the 3 of them: support, a higher low, and an impulsive break. But I've missed it. I noticed that right over here. That's why I'm actually purchasing more monitors right now, because I don't want to miss such situations which perfectly fit this trading strategy that I'm explaining. But when I'm monitoring a lot of coins, it happens that I miss such opportunities. It was a great opportunity. Honestly, you can see what a move I have missed. And with that strategy, I would have taken the profit very easily. This is how I recently take profits. I simply draw trend lines on the other side. I can do it a little bit more aggressively and sell it somewhere over here. And especially in this case, we had a double top right over here, which gives a sign that there might be a potential reverse, and here it is. Okay, one more aggressive trend line was possible right over here. So if you see a double top, aggressive trend lines right over here, you can sell it. Okay, very nice setup to sell. Again, the same thing on the other side. Okay, break of the trend line, double top or lower high, and in this case it is a lower high than that one, and then I have an impulsive break. So if I was taking this trade, this is where I would have sold it, from this point up until that point. Okay, and this starts from 687 up to 1268, almost 100% of growth. However, I never regret about missing a trade. I just buy more monitors, honestly, because I want to keep an eye on more assets. However, this is the setup that I'm looking for at the moment. Is it going to happen? I don't know. If it happens, don't take it as a trading advice. I'm sharing my setup. I'm sharing how I see it. But if the Bitcoin keeps being bearish, testing the 30,000 again, or dropping even below down to the 25,000, I'm expecting a further decline from the pirate chain, probably down to the $3 even, and then I'll be looking for buying opportunities. And of course, cheaper the prices, the better it is for buying the dips. Now, the first target that I have would be realistic to take some profits. So if I buy hypothetically here, if the 3 rules that I have explained match and confirm each other, and I purchase, for example, somewhere at the $7, so if the price does something like that and then it bounces, break of the counter trend line, an impulsive break, so I buy it at $7, I'll be happy selling it somewhere. Let's say the price repeats the same move. Here it is. I'll be happy selling some of the profits at about $13.50. Okay, why I said some of the profits? Because, for example, if I buy 100 coins, I would sell 50 over here and I would be chasing higher targets. And how do I determine higher targets if we don't have anything above the $16? I use the Fibonacci level, which I have explained in many of my videos, but simply said, I'm taking the big move or the first impulsive move that we have, and in this case it's this one over here. Okay, this is the first impulsive move that we had in April from the pirate chain, and I'm drawing it from the top to the bottom. Let me make it precisely because this gives me the targets, and the Fibonacci indicator is commonly used to show retracement levels. Okay, so I'm starting from the top, drawing it to the bottom, and you can see that we have some retracement levels, and in this case this level of 38.2 or $6.33 worked really nice a few times here, here, here. Now the price is somewhere below, but this buying opportunity here was actually confirmed as well from the Fibonacci, and the Fibonacci gives us not only retracement levels but as well targets. And if I zoom out, you will see that I use two targets, the first one and the second one. So if I'm buying 100, I'm just giving an example, if I'm buying 100 coins here, I'll be selling some right over at this trend line, and then I'll be chasing higher targets. The first one would be $26 and the second one would be $42 or 41.96 if I have to be precise. Okay, so the Fibonacci is a great indicator for retracement levels and at the same time for targets, which are calculated based on the move we already had. So this is how the markets work. We have impulsive moves, then obviously the smart money comes in, the whales are selling, the retail traders and the beginners panic, they sell, then the whales buy again, the beginners start to buy somewhere at the end of the move, then let me zoom it because this is very important what I'm saying right now. Then the whales again sell off, and when the mass of people realizes the price drops, they start to sell and panic, and the price declines even further. Then the whales again buy the dips and they push the price higher, and the beginners buy again the highs. This is how the market works, guys. And if you do the very opposite thing, you will be on the profitable side. And using these trend lines is super easy to ignore all the emotions and to recognize when the price reverses, as I gave you an example of this trade over here that I have missed. Okay, buying the dips, confirming the three rules that I have explained, the support, higher low, break of the trend line, and then taking the profit if we see the very opposite thing, lower high, break of the counter trend line, and over here I have actually the trend line which plays the role of a resistance this time. So I'll be selling right here. Obviously I'll be losing some of the profit, but that's okay, right? As I said, this would have been nearly 100% of a trade. Now, if you don't want to miss any of my investments, you can check out my Patreon's page. This is where I share my crypto portfolio and I give crypto buy alerts whenever I recognize a buying opportunity. As well, I share when I'm selling the asset, so I give a very detailed explanation of what exactly I'm doing, what I'm looking at. For example, recently I have sold the Ethereum at exactly 4,129, which was not a bad price. After that, the Ethereum crashed down to $2,000, and I simply share how much I'm selling or how much I have bought, at what price, what was the percentage in growth. So for the cryptocurrency market, 100% growth is super realistic. With this trade, I had over 221% growth. Okay, so check out the link below the video. As well, you can download my cryptocurrency spreadsheet. This is where I keep all the current assets I have. You can see that some of my long-term investments are already on a nice profit. They were on a much higher profit before Elon Musk decided to play around on Twitter with the people's money and to cause such a panic. But taking it seriously, in this spreadsheet, I share my current investments and I update the market price. You can actually copy this spreadsheet and use it for yourself. So whenever the price drops or increases, you can update it. I usually do that once a week. So for example, if Bitcoin drops from 38,000, which was the closing price of yesterday, and let's say it drops to 35,000, you will see that all of these values here, they change. What is the market value? How much is my gain? What is the growth? All right, let me put it back to the actual value we had from yesterday. But such a spreadsheet is super useful, especially if you are building a portfolio. You have many assets, you are selling, you are buying. I am buying some of them a few times, the Bitcoin multiple times, obviously, through the beginning of 2021. And this way I keep an eye on everything I have at the moment. Okay, so this is not a history of what I've done. You can check out my Patreon's page, which I have started a few months ago, for the assets that I have bought and I have sold. But on the spreadsheet, you will see the assets that I'm currently holding. Okay, and if I decide to buy the pirate, I'll be adding it to the crypto spreadsheet and you will see it in there. Okay guys, so this is a realistic price prediction based on what we have seen. First target one more time, whenever the price reaches this trend line or just gets close to it, I'll be happy selling some of the coins, and then I'll be chasing a hard target somewhere at the $42. All right, let me know what are your thoughts about pirate chain in the comments below. What is the realistic price prediction for you and where you're comfortable buying it? As well, I'll be happy to see a like from you to support the channel. Subscribe if you don't want to miss any future videos, and I will see you in the next one. Take care and enjoy trading. Cheers.